So you can catch it, match it, stash it in the cabinet. Listen to the chorus while let Ivan scratch it. This is real hip hop, we aiming for a classic. And if we can't approach it, screw it, we'll attack it. Catch it, match it, stash it in the cabinet. Listen to the chorus while let Ivan. This is real hip hop, we aiming for a classic. And if we can't approach it, screw it, we'll attack it. What you know about classic music?
Sup, fools? It's a wrestling review series. Who would have guessed? It's retro, too. So it's October. Fuck it. Halloween Havoc 1991, because I know you motherfuckers aren't going to cover it. Ever. I know you and Owen are never going to touch this pay-per-view.
We were listen.
No, you weren't. Don't lie.
No, actually. I've been
No.
I was trying to convince him at one point.
Listen, I am the one that wallows in the salt.
Yeah,
so I will absolutely, with Nikos, cover all the terrible pay-per-views that are fucking garbage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because even in wrestling, the worst pay-per-view will have a match you're gonna love because of how good it is.
Yeah,
and this fucking pay-per-view here has 3 bangers of matches.
Yeah, I agree. You could even argue 4 were like up par to like really good too. I would say, but let's get into it. This should be fun, especially with the new format we got for the most part.
Which I created. So we're gonna be calling it the Mic Effect, where the Mic Effect, where I show up and things get better.
Yes.
Who would have guessed? So this event that we're talking about, it takes place October 27th, 1991 at the UTC Arena in, I'm not going to say it, Tennessee, because that's too many letters and I don't give a fuck.
What?
Because I know my brain, and I'm going to come up with something really fucking racist for Chattanooga.
That's fair.
If you wanted, I could have pronounced it for you, but that's fine.
The UTC Arena in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Wait, I thought it was pronounced Chattanooga.
Was it Chattanooga or Chattanooga?
I don't know. Fuck, I hate my brain. It's
fine.
Fine.
Don't worry.
I hate the several years of racial allegations.
You're fine.
Alrighty. I know that you can censor it out, so I'm gonna say it anyway. Catch it. Anyway.
God damn it, Mike.
So with an audience of 89,000, which is really fucking small for a pay-per-view, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Wait, $85,000? 8,900.
8,900.
It's 8,900, so it's really fucking tiny.
It was in a tiny arena. Ironically enough, there was apparently a Super Bowl game, or no, not a Super Bowl game, World Series game, taking place at the same time, which is funny. And there was also an NFL game going on at the same time. So I'm actually kind of shocked at how much money they made for this one little pay-per-view. Yeah, and it was mostly shit. Except for, like, the matches were really good. Like, some of the matches were, like, really good on the show.
I can't believe I'm going to say it, but I like the opener.
Yes, but we liked the opener because of how bad it was, not because of how...
Because it's fucking terrible. Yeah. So let's start this off. They made $85,000 at the gate, with about ticket prices being about $5 per person. $5.05 per person, which is not crazy. Probably was a little bit more expensive, and you have your obvious sneak-ins, but that's what I could estimate. That's about the average ticket price for this event, which is really cheap. So, as an audience member, you're really not missing out too much.
No.
With 120,000 pay-per-view buys, so about they made about almost $3 million doing this, by the way.
Just one. This is insane.
This piece of shit pay-per-view made almost $3 million, or what would it be? $5,761,748.88 in today's currency.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. Your commentary team for tonight is who would have guessed that 28 to 29 years later they would be on AEW? Yes, it's Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. Round of applause.
Yay!
And this is Jim Ross before the stroke, right?
Yeah, this
Jim Ross
this
before the
before.
stroke and the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
So the first comment
weird without him.
Dude, you can't tell.
He doesn't look
so young.
Yeah. I thought the same thing.
I couldn't even recognize him.
He looks like completely fucking different. So
yeah.
So why don't we get this out of the way because it's important. The set for this pay-per-view is fucking god awful.
Oh my god, I can't even begin to tell you. First, here are my notes on this on the set.
This is gonna be good.
Oh boy, the gravestones. I'm gonna read some of these gravestones off for you right here.
Oh, okay. It wasn't the fact that it looked like somebody's fucked up high school play that went completely wrong.
Dude.
This was literally just a high school interpretation of a pay-per-view event.
Bro, I want you to understand how bad this set is. Casey and I on Wrestling with Idiocy were talking about pay-per-view sets. If we were to do this is one of the worst. This is right up there with some of the worst sets of all time. Far from the days of the giant ghoul and the fucking glowing pumpkin. Nope. Now we get this.
It does need to be said because I feel like it has to be said. They did not have a lot of time to set up all these sets. They only had about a week, and for what they put out, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. It could have been extraordinarily fucking worse. But what we got was cut, so.
Here is some of the gravestone writing. I made sure to take notes on this one. Bear.
Oh boy.
With a backwards R at the end. He was, with a Z, full of hot air. So if you're keeping track at home, that's Bear. He was full of hot air.
It's Next a rhyming scheme on almost every one of the tombstones.
And they're terrible.
Yeah.
These are some low grade fucking jokes.
Dude,
coming from me, that's saying a lot.
And then
a lot of misspellings, a lot of backwards letters, and I'm just sitting here like a grown-ass man probably wrote all this. Probably educated too, and he was forced to purposely misspell some of these just to rhyme.
Well, not even just that. Even if it wasn't a grown man writing to rhyme it, like if someone intentionally, and we have to put that in perspective right now, if someone actually intentionally wrote the shit like this, then holy fuck, are they illiterate as fuck.
I think that's how you can tell that this pay-per-view is going to go off swimmingly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bill, here's another one. Here lies Bill, buried deep beneath this here hill. By the way, what fucking hill? Then
there is no hill.
And then here lies Keith. I believe it says, it's a bit blurry on here, but we used to call him Kurt. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's some really retarded joke that they're trying to set up, and it's obviously not working.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that meant. And then we had Minnesota Twins gravestone 1991 because they said they were going to lose the World Series. Ironically enough, by the way, the opposite team beat them. So
yeah,
good.
Congratulations, WCW. Not only did you fuck up your own company, you completely fucked over another team.
Which, by the way, a team that they owned as a property.
Oh my god, that's even worse. You
so right
fucking
off the bat, this pay-per-view says a lot.
Yeah, this pay-per-view at this freaking point is gonna go off so good.
Now what needs to be said, because we don't want to be just the shit bashers throughout the whole thing.
Right.
There is a lot of good stuff in this pay-per-view.
Yes.
Supposedly,
and then there's Van Hammer, who completely makes me want to kill myself.
We will get to him. We will get to
I know. I'm not... Listen, I ain't spoiling shit. I'm just saying. It's about to get a lot worse before it gets any better.
You may continue with your notes, good sir. That was all the notes I took down for the set. Oh, actually, there's one more thing that I didn't write down. What the fuck was that haunted house? God, that looked awful.
I don't know where they were going with it, and I wish I did, because I would love to see Dusty Rhodes as a booker. Because my God, some of these matches on here are genuinely.
I actually can't even blame I think it's all Jim Herd.
Bro, the haunted house reminded me of like Abigail Adams' house that
yes,
were going tours to.
Yeah, but like it was the play version of Abigail Adams' house. Yeah, 100% agreed with that.
Like, why couldn't they put in like a gothic aesthetic to the haunted house? Why they gotta make it like an old colonial looking house?
Because that's all they could. Nikos, we've already discussed this. It sucks shit. We know this. We knew it was going to be bad. We were 100% ready to go for how bad this was going to be. So.
The only gothic aesthetic around this haunted house is at the back where we got like the creepy moonlight and the fence.
Yes.
But
I'm going to be honest. As soon as I saw the moon, I went, where the fuck does Sailor Moon just appear in this pay-per-view just to show up? I'm gonna be dead ass.
Yep.
Call her. Fucking.
Honestly, this house looks like something you'd see in like Brockton. That's probably for sale for like $300.
Yep.
It looks like shit. This set looks like fucking trash. And my apologies, by the way, if my camera flipped again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just, so let's get into it. The pay-per-view starts. And it instantly goes, hey, an athlete that you like isn't showing up.
Oh, dude.
Because he has...
this is what I wrote for that one. Show opens up, and it's already to the back. Yep. Classic WCW. That's word for word what I wrote.
We are introduced
I'm gonna be honest.
Very young Eric Bischoff. Just introducing all the members.
I wrote Eric Bischoff looks like a pencil neck geek in the shot when he tried to interview Cactus and Abdul's.
Oh my God, he's smoking cigars. What a cool guy.
Oh my God, dude. He looks so fucking bad. And then I thought he couldn't look any worse. Oh, was I mistaken?
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Oh,
Shy surprise.
Was I mistaken? Do we want to talk about how Arn Anderson looked like an absolute badass when he took out Barry Windham, though? And how he just crushed his arm into the car?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, is that the best way they're gonna come out with him not being in the pay-per-view? Well, I was kind of fucking disappointed.
I was disappointed too, but he apparently suffered a legitimate hand injury, so he couldn't work. But I liked how Anderson looked like a badass going out of that. So I was like, I couldn't complain too much.
I mean, of course.
No, that's true. I'm not going to complain about it, but it's Arn. Arn's going to do good work because he's fucking Arn Anderson.
Right.
And I wish WCW gave him a better match. Which, by the way, James, let me know if you ever want to do a fantasy booking on this pay-per-view, because I have a way to make it better, and I think you would agree on how much better it is. Because you know how I am.
Not have the Chamber of Horrors?
Nope, I kept it.
Oh, God.
I kept it.
Let's talk about the disaster. Might as well
so the Chamber of Horrors, the thing that you're coming to see, where would you expect that to be on the card? Fuck you, it's the opener. The opener.
Yep.
I've never heard of that. I the match that looks like it should be in the main event ends up as the opener.
If you could.
I want you to think about that, by the way.
That's the pay-per-view. That's it. Just that one match. You're done.
Yeah.
I want you to think about that, by the way.
From the look of it kind of reminds me of you're in the airport going around in a line like you're in customs.
Dude.
Oh my god! Oh god!
It's so true, though.
You get to the front, your car gets declined for a ticket. Guess what'll happen to you?
Yeah.
Shy surprise.
That's
so
accurate.
anyway, we started this pay-per-view and already the fucking entrances show off random superstars and you have no idea who's on what team.
Yeah, this was so shitty. This was so bad. I had to look up Wikipedia later just to find out the entrance.
James, I was looking up the entire card while watching the fucking show. That's bad.
Bad.
That's not good. That's bad.
Yeah.
If I have to look up your card while watching the pay-per-view and you can't fucking do this in a cohesive way, so why don't we start off with the teams? Fuck it. Abdullah the Butcher, I'm alright with it. Van Vader, I think that's a good choice. Cactus, terrible idea.
Yeah, right.
I thought Cactus Jack was a bad choice. That is my big no of the night was that. I'm like, that's fucking stupid.
That's fair.
And of course, the Diamond Stud!
Jesus Christ.
Hey, James Mang.
Yeah.
Wanna guess who this is?
Scott Hall.
Wing! Of course it's Razor Ramon, Scott Hall.
Crazy.
The mad lad with the drinking problem. He's here.
Except I don't even know if he had a drinking problem by this point.
This is probably the reason
Scott
why he
Hall,
has a
of course
drinking
he
problem.
I don't know. You're probably
This was
right.
probably the reason why he had the drinking problem is because
Probably.
he goes, oh my god, this pay-per-view is so fucking terrible. It's bad. This pay-per-view is fucking god-awful. Like,
All
this
right,
is
go,
bad.
Go. Just get to the other team.
So, Team 2.
The second team is El Gigante. I instantly saw him and I went,
apparently. I'm like, okay. I'm just gonna call him
I
Gigante.
specifically wrote just for myself as a reminder, the man who originally broke the streak.
Yeah, even though he didn't. It was a DQ, but whatever.
But he beat The Undertaker.
He definitely beat his ass.
He beat The Undertaker, so he's the man that broke the streak. Oh my god, somebody's gonna get really pissed off that I said that, and I can't wait. Sting, which I'm like, okay, Stinger, awesome. Good to see the U.S. champion.
Except for when he drops the fucking belt.
Uh-huh. Oh god, trust me, I have a way around that too. And the Steiners. And the Steiners.
And the Steiners. Go over your spots.
They're awesome.
Just go over the spots. Oh god.
So all I really have, honestly, is large brawl at start. Just this huge fucking brawl that begins, and right then and there, it becomes the most... I literally forgot most of the spots that happened till I watched it 2 more times.
Yeah.
I had to watch the opener 2 more fucking times to figure out what is happening.
And here's the biggest question that we had. If they're fighting in teams, how come no one's cooperating?
Yeah, that's a fair point. I have a better one for you, Nikos.
Yes.
And this is a genuine one as well. Why the fuck did Rick Steiner grab the chainsaw that didn't work?
And just set it down? Just okay.
He picked it up, attempted to put it on. I'm like, is he gonna murder somebody? And then he just puts it down.
Yeah.
And I went, that's what a waste.
Yeah.
All this match is a brawl. This whole fucking match is just a giant brawl, which I'm usually for.
Not in this case. It was just the sloppiest brawl that you could have ever seen in your life. Like,
it was bad.
And it's sad because it's like there's so many good workers in this match. Even Abdul's can put on his fucking working boots from time to time. They couldn't do shit in this fucking structure. It was so
very
damn
enclosed.
crowded.
Like, they could barely do anything around it.
Yeah.
Now, what I did say to Nikos, and he kind of agreed with me when I talked about it, I go, this should have been the last match of the night. In booking standards, should have been the last match of the night.
Yes.
And this is what I had set up. This is how I would have booked this in my own little way. And also getting rid of the referee cam, because that can go fuck itself. That's literally a whole side page.
God.
The first time I saw it, I want this thing to die a death already.
Yeah, oh my god.
Also,
It's
did
the
anyone
first
notice
time
that, like, mostly everyone was like covered in dirt or something.
True.
Yeah, it's all the pyrotechnics. That's what it is. It's all the pyro. It's all the fucking pyro for the big ending, which I don't want to spoil yet because it's important.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, here's what I would have done personally, because there is a debut later on, which I don't want to spoil yet because it's big and important. It's very big and important. Trust me. Trust me, guys. It's really big and really important. So after that, the referee cam, which I fucking hated. For some reason, Sting chucks a piece of the lid of a coffin on top of Cactus.
He literally launched it in the air, and it just plopped right down on Cactus's head. Unprotected, mind you. And he just fucking
he just took that. He just took that, like, straight to the head, and I went, are you fucking kidding me, Sting?
Dude, he had all the time in the world, too. This is the fucked up part. To move out of the way.
Now, here's what I wrote, and Nikos, could you help read this in succession if you don't mind?
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Cactus Blades. Then Abdullah Blades.
Then Sting Blades.
Then zombies come out of nowhere. Zombie orderly.
Where the fuck did they come from? Where did they come from?
I guess they missed their cue and they just had to get out of the backstage and just.
You know what I was wondering? Where the fuck was where did the fucking gimp come from too? Just falls out of a fucking casket randomly and is chained to the fucking cage somehow.
James, you've never seen Stan the Gimp?
Oh god.
He's big and important. Trust me.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't even.
I have given it a name, so now it's important. All the orderlies disappear out of nowhere. I was fucking hyper confused. And then finally, Abdullah the Butcher becomes Joe Coffey. And gets electrocuted.
Shows pyrotechnics, because that's how electrocution works.
Which, by the way, as a shot, it looks great.
I disagree.
I think it looks great, personally, because it's a good-looking shot. The fact that you see all the pyro going off and all that shit, it looks good, from my personal perspective.
So those were your notes. Here were my notes. This is what I wrote.
I'm not done with my notes yet. Trust me.
Oh, go.
Nobody's shocked that Team Sting wins, and it took about 12 minutes and 33 seconds. I want 12 minutes and 33 seconds of my fucking life back.
Yeah, right.
But at least we got a good, crisp, clear image of Abdullah the Butcher getting electrocuted.
Yeah, right. By the way, let me. Here are my notes on this. I literally did a list of what was wrong with this match. Literally what I have written here. Number 1, chainsaw doesn't work, so Rick Steiner drops it. 2, this feels like a Kevin Dunn production. God, the camera cuts. It was. Holy fucking shit, the camera cuts were horrid in this. Number 3, it basically was just one giant garbage brawl with good workers that can only do punches, kicks, and weapon shots. This was woeful.
Too many dudes.
Dude,
Too many fucking dudes in a tiny structure.
It was punches, kicks, weapons, ... woeful. That's what I wrote here. Number 4, fuck the referee cam. As you said, I agree with this statement.
Oh my god, it was terrible.
Oh, fucking tragic.
It's like I was watching a hardcore Henry movie.
Number 5, what's with the wooden caskets and what's with the gimp? They literally both appeared out of nowhere. And by the way, you could tell these fucking caskets, these wooden caskets, were like constructed like in mere hours for this pay-per-view. That's how fucking lazily they did this.
Did you notice, by the way, that one of the casket lids hits the ground?
Dude.
And then breaks?
Yeah. Like, it just shatters to pieces. And I have to put it away. By the way, another thing I put out. Number 7, I think I'm on. Oh, fuck if I care. Dirty-ass pyro residue on the wrestlers. Either that or it's makeshift ash from the caskets. I couldn't tell which one it was. Because with
I I have a third answer.
Go.
It's the Thanos snap. One of the referees that was supposed to be in this match disappears.
Oh, you're right.
It becomes one with the ether.
They are. Next point is they already fucked up the lever and the switch was set to on. By the way, they couldn't even move the camera like an inch away. They're still showing the goddamn lever. And here's a guy coming in and putting scotch tape to put the lever on to off.
You're also forgetting that one of the wrestlers nearly got crushed.
Yeah. So that's another. No, I actually have that written down here. Friggin' Scott Steiner hits their elevated DDT finish, and Cactus nearly dies underneath the lowering chair. I was like, what the fuck? Cactus wouldn't have...
This turned into like one of those Egyptian trap from the Mummy.
Yeah. Botched finish all around because Foley had to fucking basically just stall for time as they're waiting to get this fucking lever scotch taped. And then Crispy Abdul's is not actually crispy. The crown isn't even on his fucking head. This is why I'm disappointed, and this is why I hated the shot. The crown ain't even on his head, and you could clearly tell it's just not there on his head.
But hey, here's the whole thing, though. As a GIF that would eventually appear before me and Nico's, it's a really good GIF of Abdul the Butcher becoming Crispy Abdul.
Yes, this is true. Abdul's. Post-match assault was okay, I guess. Is what I wrote after that. And then I said, after the match ended, Tony Schiavone looks like he wanted to die.
And I wanted to join him.
This was horrid.
Now, here's the whole thing. As a match, I agree, it's bad.
Yeah.
But you know what's worse? Listen, I'll say this. The 1233, I enjoyed it because I knew what I was getting into. So I kind of enjoyed it because I knew it was going to be fucking garbage.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be trash, so I could enjoy the garbage a little bit more.
Yeah.
And as a blunder, it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite blunder in wrestling history is this shit.
However, it's one of the worst.
However, it gets better. Because the next match is The Creatures. Yeah,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I actually took down notes on prior to that.
Really?
Another note on Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff now looks like a human Q-tip impersonating Dracula.
Weird. I didn't know Dracula can come out during the sun.
Oh, I had a better one. I'm sorry. I did write a personal one, a personal list for myself, just in case if I needed it.
Yep.
Why does Eric Bischoff look like Boris Karloff if he fucking gave up?
Right. Yeah, it was bad. He did not look good here at all. He looked worse than the previous shot he had. Without the fucking costume.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like he gave up. He looks like that he's just like, this is as far as I'm gonna go, boys.
Yeah, right. Friggin', I don't know why I wrote this down, but I wrote it down. Missy Hyatt looked more beautiful, cute, and sexy natural. Don't at me. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I have a differing opinion.
I mean, she looked a lot better than what she did when she got all that plastic surgery. That's all I'm saying. I don't know who the fuck botched that job. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. She looked way better here.
That's a true statement. I won't even fucking at you on that. You're absolutely right.
The Young Pistols, by the way, cut a promo. I wrote
and
in all caps.
The
yeah, they cut a promo in all caps on pay-per-view.
Now,
no one said they were smart.
Nobody ever said they were smart. Nobody ever said WCW is the greatest product ever, except for maybe that one guy who just goes, "It's the greatest thing I've seen all year," and we look at him and go, "Oh,
Are you
Dave,
fucking retarded?"
You fucking retarded dumb shit. How dare you?
Yeah.
You fucking mongoloided fucking moron. How dare you?
Next.
So next we're gonna talk about the creatures versus PN News and Big Josh.
Yeah.
This is my only fucking note that I have.
Go.
What a fucking nothing match.
Yeah. I actually have more than you.
Also, the rap sucked.
Yeah. I have more than you. This is what I wrote. The creatures come out, a.k.a. the fathers of the creepers of the Dark Order. Him and that gimp him and that last gimp from the match. They must have had a threesome with Missy Hyatt in the back.
Give her something to do.
Yeah, right. I'm glad to see Rufus on my television screen, and by that I mean I want to puke.
Fair. There's just a whole... The only thing that I was going to write that's notable, honestly, was the fact that the body splash that he does at the end looked okay. Yeah. But that's literally all I have.
Yeah. Big Josh
that's the only thing
Big Josh was the best worker of the team. There's not even a question about it.
Honestly,
Except
I didn't know which one was Big Josh and who was PN News, so I accidentally...
Don't know.
I thought PN News was Big Josh and PN News...
No, PN News... you would think that would be the case, but no, PN News was the rapper. Yeah. By the way, what fucking MC name is that? PN News.
Piss Network News?
Apparently. I don't know.
And the
PNN?
fact that one of the PN News rap contest winners that was in the crowd.
Oh my god.
I forgot that. Thank you for saying something, because I wasn't going to.
Whitest fucking woman in the entire fucking arena. What?
Who won the PN News rap contest?
Bro.
And gave him the lyrics to rap before the match started. And it was the most lightest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Way to expose your ghostwriter, by the way.
So how do... Fair. I was just dumbfounded. I was fucking dumbfounded.
This was so bad.
This made it in.
On pay-per-view. You had to pay for this. You had to pay for PN News to do a shit rap that someone else wrote for him. This is what I wrote. PN News is a fucking rapper, my ass. FIFA KSI trumps whatever the fuck this shithead said. And I quote, and when the party's over, hear the fat lady sing. Cue somewhat obese audience member who was also a woman. I laughed.
That's fucked up, yo.
Sorry,
That's fucked.
It was funny at least. I had to get some humor out of this somehow. I then wrote, PN and Josh. This is another quote by PN News. PN and Josh are the freshest when they do their thing. And a bunch of white folks dance. God, what a fucking poser. Is what I wrote after that.
Camera cuts to Christine Valver. And underneath her is the description, WCW Magazine's PN News Rap Contest winner. And she has the most uncomfortable looking smile I've ever seen.
Dude, she looked like she wanted to be anywhere but where she was.
I don't blame her, because what that was terrible. I think she realized it as soon as he was off beat.
I guarantee you, dude, you give this rap to Drake, he can spin this to sound like fucking magic.
Like, they just found
that's the average problem. Yes.
They found their average dumpster rap and just made that work, and it's like, no.
I wrote for the match, Josh has great cardio, was good for the short time given. Otherwise, the match was so shit. PN News hits flying fat fuck to win. And on top of it, they apparently...
Notable spot. None.
Yeah, there was literally, dude, this... And by the way, the guys taking the bumps, the creepers, they were fucking shit, too. These bumps, I don't know what the fuck their bumps were.
They were made to be jobbers. Let's be real.
Dude, they couldn't even job right because their bumps were just, like, all over the place.
This was a nothing match.
This was so bad.
Yeah.
This was
now,
just a fucking shit one.
By
the way, Tony Schiavone had to then say, "That's a darn good rap."
Which means it was fucking shit. if your fucking commentator's going, wow, that was a plum dandy rap that he just did. That was pretty. Let's say somebody gangsta is dissing your fly girl. You just show him one of these.
Tupac, when PN News showed up at Halloween Havoc 91, Tupac rolled in his fucking grave.
He would still be alive, James.
Yeah, he'd still be alive.
He rolled in his grave before he got shot then.
He rolled over in the bed.
Fuck, this was awful.
This was bad.
This was so tragic.
This sucked. Dude, this sucked a frozen turd. This was bad.
By the way, and this is a question, I didn't write this in my notes, but why did you have the Young Pistols cut a promo and then not have them be in this match? Why make this random makeshift team of PN News and Big Josh? Like, you couldn't find two more opposite fucking people in the world if you tried. And actually, no, I'd stand corrected. They tried here.
No, they did.
They actually tried.
Let me ask you something, try. Oh, whoops, my camera fell.
Fuck.
Oh, well. Let's be honest.
So,
let's be honest, nobody's really paying attention to the fucking camera.
it's whatever. They know you're talking, so it's fine.
Cool, I'm gonna totally...
It's better than anything, dude, it's better than anything PN News fucking did, so you're fine.
It's fine. But it's... Like, it blows my mind that he has a job, and he had a job at WCW.
I don't care how long this fucking went. Like, I don't care how long he shouldn't have been employed at all, PN News.
Honestly, his rap makes E-Double's rap look great.
E-Double's rap are great. But compared to this, he sounds like the next Tupac. Holy shit.
Like, imagine not understanding your audience.
Dude.
This is exactly what I would show.
Dude, no. And I'm not trying to say this to be racist, so forgive me if you take it that way. No black guy in fucking sight in this goddamn arena. Except for Abdullah the Butcher. And, like, the one security guard, and Ron Simmons. I'm sorry, I apologize. Ron Simmons as well.
Yeah.
No one in the audience of African American descent. At all. And this dude is doing the shittiest fucking rap ever. This looks so fucking hokey.
By God, King, I can't believe that rap was crap.
Can we? That's all I gotta say. Please move on, for the love of God.
It was incredible, King.
Yeah.
My highlight of the night, by the way, coming up.
Yes.
So yeah, PN News and Big Josh win fucking in 5 minutes, and this match lasted 5 minutes and fuking 16 seconds, and that's 5 minutes
and 16 seconds too fucking long.
No, this match shouldn't have happened, and it should have been. It honestly, this is I have to do a fantasy.
It should have been the Young Pistols just having a squash match. That's James, what this should have been.
James, please let me do a fantasy booking on this fucking shit, please.
Go ahead. Be quick.
Okay. First off, I would have had the Young Pistols go after the fucking Patriots.
I agree.
Because that would have been, like, miles better than what we just got.
Yes.
Like, leaps and fucking bounds better than what this piece of shit was.
Tragic.
And I'm not even going to blame anybody specifically.
Except for PN News.
Except for PN News. He can go fuck himself. I don't care if he's alive or dead.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Listen, I don't give a shit.
I mean, if he did die, we know what the fuck he died from. Look at the fucking size of the guy.
Look at the girth on that champion.
Jesus Christ.
Look at the size of him. But
fuck.
In another case, yeah, what I'll tell you later what I would have switched this. I would have honestly done the Pistols versus the Patriots because it would have been a better match.
Way better. I agree.
It would have been miles better. You would have actually had a fucking match happen.
Yeah, I agree.
Instead of what this was supposed to be, which I don't know what it was supposed to be. I don't think even the commentators knew what the fuck.
I love how we went from the.
I guess it was supposed to be a distraction from what we saw in the Chamber of Horrors match.
Probably.
But it wasn't a distraction. It sucked.
No, well, I mean, it was absolutely a fucking distraction. I'd argue other than the Van Hammer bullshit, this is probably the worst thing on the show.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah, honestly, I think this is like one of the worst. No, this is the second worst match.
This is the second. We'll get to the worst, but
yeah.
Let's talk about the best, because I'm sick of talking about PN News and his fucking.
Oh yeah, and I would have made this into a triple threat.
Yeah.
100%. This should have been a triple. This should have been a triple threat match. 100%. It is Beautiful Bobby, who is not that beautiful, by the way.
No, he's not. Not around this time. But he was still a great fucking worker, so it didn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. He's just a phenomenal worker, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Listen, you can have whatever gimmick name you want, as long as you do good in the ring. I could give two shits.
Yeah.
Versus, of course, Terrence Taylor with his manager, Alexandra, whatever her fucking name is. Let's be honest.
Weird. Yeah, she was weird. I actually liked her though.
She played no part in the match. I'm gonna be 100% with you.
No. She didn't need to though.
And that's fine. And I'm okay with that because she doesn't need to do anything specific. She just is kind of there, and then that's it. And it's like, you know what? That's fine. I'm absolutely okay with that.
You know what she was? She was Arn Anderson's role for Cody now. She was the coach. She was coaching him as and barely got involved herself.
But
the York Foundation she established was stupid because basically her idea is she needs to recruit anyone whose last name ended in the letter Y.
Yeah, apparently. Your name starts with Y. Come over here. We'll drink some tea and be snobs about our letters. Fucking Y. Why?
So.
No, it's actually a question, not the letter. Why?
I will say this because I feel like it is a necessity to pull this out and say it because it's fucking absolutely true.
Yep.
This was probably my second favorite match on the card.
Oh, yeah. I agree. What the hell was that? I heard a knock.
Alrighty, thank you for letting me know. Okay. Some news just came up. Sorry that this is a little bit late. Eddie Van Halen's dead. So this little video is coming out at the perfect time.
Oh boy, well, R.I.P. Obviously.
R.I.P. to start with because Eddie Van Halen, he's great.
Yes.
One of the greatest guitarists of all time. The greatest person
to
ever.
The guy that tried to mock him wasn't on the show.
Speaking of him.
No. We'll wait.
We won't shit on him
just yet. This match was. I wrote. This is what I wrote for the match because this match was. Personally, honestly, this was my best match of the night. I really liked this, although there were a lot of other great matches as well.
I agree, and I will also say this. This match has the best back and forth of the whole goddamn.
No, absolutely.
This has so much going on. It's so well put together, and it's like this is your mid-card division, boys.
Oh yeah. 100%.
This is what your mid-card division needs to look like in any company. It doesn't matter if you're AEW or WWE. This is what your fucking mid-card should look like because it's great.
Yeah,
they did a fantastic job. They told the story, and they did a very good job telling it.
That was very good. I wrote Taylor versus Eaton was a really good match. The best of the night without question. Great height spots. My favorite were the knee drop to the outside and the set-out powerbomb to the ramp. Great. I don't see enough people doing a sit-out gut wrench anymore.
And it's kind of understandable because nobody really wants to take that bump specifically, and I understand why, to like a varied like ideal.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to take that bump, and I wouldn't expect anybody else to. But holy shit, does it look great?
It does, dude. It does.
Like, it looked fucking great. And so here's what I have on my notes. These two have a good back and forth, showing off some very impressive technical skills. Some of the big spots are a string of arm drags by Bobby. Bobby tosses Taylor into the crowd, which looks fucking awesome. I think the natural like toss into the crowd looks great.
Yes.
The fight onto the ramp, which leads into the fantastic looking fucking knee drop from the top rope onto the ramp, delivered by Bobby onto Taylor.
Yeah.
Taylor tosses Bobby into the onto the outside later on during the match, and keeps cutting Bobby off each time Bobby attempts to get into the ring. And one of the fucking hits he hits him with launches Bobby into the guardrail, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so good.
Yeah.
That's good wrestling. That's good wrestling.
It's good wrestling.
Great selling all across the board by both guys. By the way.
Taylor delivers a painfully fucking good gut wrench power bomb onto the ramp. I lost it.
Set out too. That's the one I was talking about. The set out gut wrench power bomb. Great.
Dude, I verbally said last night, "Fuck yeah!"
That was great.
I was so stoked. I went, "Yeah, man, this is how it's done. This is how we do shit now." It looks fantastic.
Yes. And then, what was after that?
Let me continue.
I swear there was like two more spots. I don't know. I know we got
top rope crossbody done by Taylor for the 2 count.
Great as well.
Bobby pulls out a sunset flip, but is stopped, and it looks great.
Yeah.
Bobby stops a corner splash with knees. I thought that looked fantastic.
Yeah, people in the industry now could learn a thing or two from these guys, honestly.
Pitch perfect fucking neck breaker by Bobby onto Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylor tries to stop Bobby's top rope attempt, but gets punched out into a Tennessee jam.
Yeah. Or wasn't it the Alabama jam? I don't know.
I call it the Tennessee jam because it's the first time I've ever heard that move, so that's what I naturally know what it is.
All right, there you go. Fucking
good job.
Great fucking match here.
It was great. I think they did a fantastic fucking job. And can of Coke for these boys. They did their job.
Absolutely.
And they did exactly what they needed to do.
Yep. I got Diet Pepsi, so that's all I got. But toast to you guys.
Let's get into the next bit here. I should probably mention, because I don't want to forget to, because it's important that if you're doing a review show, which needs to be said because this is what I believe, tell your fucking audience how long these matches went on. This went on for 16 minutes.
Yeah, and it was great 16 minutes.
And Bobby... Oh, it's a great 16 minutes. It's my favorite match of the night because they showed off something different.
This could have gone on 4 minutes longer and I would have been satisfied, but they didn't need to.
They didn't have to.
They got their shit in and everybody got over in the end.
And that's what's important.
Yeah, 100%.
So why don't we get into the next match, which is
another entertaining match for completely different reasons.
Yeah.
I really like this match.
Now on to something even more completely different.
Yes. 100%. This is totally different. It was Jimmy Jam versus Johnny B. Bad. This is all I wrote for the match. God, was Miro absolutely underrated.
Hey, here comes Johnny B. Bad.
Bro.
And he's doing what he can. Honestly, oh my god, I love Johnny.
Bro,
fucking love Johnny B. Bad. This is one of my favorite matches of the night.
Yeah.
Honestly, they did such a good job. I was shocked. I went, holy fuck, this is great.
Yep.
Yeah.
This match is fantastic if you're looking for, like, Johnny B. Bad doing what he does. And I've said this more times than not. How was his theme not Purple Haze by Prince?
Yeah. Teddy Long came out, by the way, with Johnny B. Bad. But this was
yes,
such
I said
weird...
I wrote that down specifically because, oh boy, it needs to be said. Teddy Long, ladies and gentlemen, I was really shocked that this match did not have Johnny B. Bad go up against The Undertaker, but what you gonna do? What I have as my note is a solid technical match between these two.
Yes.
And I think it's too short. It's too fucking short.
Yeah.
This thing should have went on for 15 plus minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
You could honestly take the 5 minutes that were from the previous match, the 5 minutes from the fucking PN fucking news and Big Josh match. That whole 15 minutes.
Cut that whole match out.
Yeah.
Cut that whole match out and give it to this match because it deserves it. Because this match was fucking great.
Yeah.
This is probably one of my favorite back and forths that I've seen the whole night, and I thought it was great. It's wrestlers doing what they're supposed to do, which is sell the crowd and get the crowd involved, and they did that.
Yeah.
So why don't we get into it? Let's start. So, arm drag off. All the way over the top rope onto the outside. I lost it. I went, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Even though the referee
I went, that's the coolest spot of the whole night.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, we'll get to that little fucking fall. But yes, continue.
Which later leads into, by the way, I already said the referee did not call the bell, which I noted. Incredible solid back and forth for like a minute 30. They fucking went like a minute 30 not back and forth. The elbow drop delivered by Johnny B. Bad made me finally go, that is a fucking elbow drop. That is sorely missed in like the nowadays era.
Yeah, this was just a great elbow drop all around.
Like,
better than the Purple Rainmaker.
I know I'm gonna get shit for that, by the way.
Yeah, but it is
well prepared for my fucking opinion to get doused.
I would say the only elbow drop that might actually be better than this elbow drop nowadays is probably Kairi Sane, because her elbow drop she just lays her shit in, and it looks brutal.
No, that's an absolute fair point. I won't even deny that. That's fair. After that beautiful fucking, I love that they showed it from two angles. By the way, that super helped. This would later lead to Gavin blocking Bad's top rope attack with the kitchen sink. I thought that looked great. I hope somebody gets confused, by the way. They had an excellent double down in the center of the ring.
That was a really good double down. I love how they tried to both do a leapfrog and then they collided midair instead of just doing the typical crossbody one.
I do want to kind of explain what a double down is, because I know a lot of people that aren't really
It's not the KFC sandwich. For those who are fat, like me.
It's the McRib. No, I need to at least say this, because I know that there's going to be somebody in the audience or watching this that's going to get kind of confused of, like, what the fuck is that? And how does that work? So, in a double down is where both opponents kind of, like, meet in the center.
Yeah.
And it's a great looking spot.
They just collide. Any way you possibly can think of. Clothesline, crossbody. In this case, it was them trying to do a double leapfrog, and they just collided. Good shit.
And it looks, which is good shit. Gavin performs a beautiful fucking snap DDT. I thought that was one of the best ones of the whole night.
Oh, dude, he just laid it in. Just bang.
And that's how it should be done.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Rule number 1. That's how it should be fucking done, is exactly the way that it is shown.
we should get Jimmy to train a lot of these guys just to do that DDT, honestly.
Because it looked fucking fantastic.
Great.
Yeah.
Bad hits Gavin. Bad hits Gavin with a solid looking left fucking hook into a pin. But Gavin gets his foot onto the ropes. Referee does not see it, and Teddy Long knocks the foot away, and Bad gets the 3 count. I lost it.
That was great.
I forgot Johnny B. Bad's heel.
I didn't know who was heel or face in this match, so I was like confused. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
I think that was the problem, was that nobody knows.
Oh yeah, that's my honest minor complaint, is that I didn't know who was face and who was heel.
Right.
And then I went, I don't think that really matters.
It was still a great match.
This was just a really good match.
Enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I will say that Teddy Long Teddy Long actually got his managed guy a win for once.
And didn't almost kill him.
Yeah.
Or didn't beat him.
Teddy Long, if people don't know, is probably more famous for one of the other athletes he's trained, which is The Undertaker.
Him and Specifically Sid Vicious when they were the Skyscrapers.
Oh my god, that team! I have to review a pay-per-view where they're on it.
Where they're on it, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I've heard.
You know what we should do? We should do the one where they shoot on those fuckers. We gotta do that one. We gotta do that one. The one where they shoot on the guys that tried to fucking shoot on them.
Yeah, we do.
That we have to do that one.
We have to do that one. That one's super fucking.
That's fucking great. Is there any other notes that we got on this or no?
No, that's pretty much what I have. I think that covers enough. The match went 8 minutes 16 seconds. If you cut the 5 minutes and what was it, Nikos? 5 minutes and 16 seconds.
Yeah.
From the previous match, I would have added it to this, and it would have been the perfect length.
Obviously.
It would have really helped. It would have been great.
Dude, by this point, it was a great. The last two matches were really, really fun, for different reasons, as I said, because you both felt different. One and two, it was more theatrical in the second match, and there was just really good character work in the second match. So I really enjoyed this, and I completely, like, my mind for a second, completely blanked what happened prior to that, with the last two matches. And then Missy Hyatt came on my screen. And then it all came back like a fucking PTSD flashback.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Missy Hyatt wants to know who the Halloween Phantom is. First off, I didn't even know who the fuck this was supposed to be. This is the first time, I think, by the way.
I knew who it was as soon as I heard
hold on. But before we saw him, that's the first time anybody's hearing anything about the Halloween Phantom. I'm pretty sure they didn't even mention this on TV prior to the fucking show. So, first mention...
WCW!
The one thing I was confused is, why was he holding a pumpkin?
Oh, yeah, no, I have that written down, but I wrote... So this is what I wrote. She is desperate to find out. She asked Bob Eaton who the Phantom is. I swear I'm watching Scooby-Doo wrestling. When does Cena Superman his way into the arena to just Attitude Adjust a bus?
Not on this pay-per-view, because
not
that's
on
when
this
he
pay-per-view.
didn't make his debut yet.
No, not at all. I know it was a rock in the movie, by the way, for those who want to try to correct me, but I thought a bus sounded funnier, so I went with the bus. And then I also wrote down, why does Bob Eaton take a pumpkin to celebrate?
Women.
What does that have to do with women?
That's all I had written down.
Women.
Goes women. And then that's it. And I'm like, where the fuck did that come from?
Dude, I don't even know. And then
it was hilarious.
And Missy Hyatt's doing her jiggle physics too, like when she's like, please tell me. Like, okay, cool, great.
And I reply with,
waste of my time.
Out of my...
Here's a pumpkin.
Yeah, and I replied with, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, right.
Oh, she's gonna do something weird with it. You know she's going to.
Yeah,
but
we don't want to know what it is. I mean, dude, she already fucking had sex with the creatures to form the creepers for the Dark Order. We don't need to see any more after that.
Anyway, let's get on to the next match. Probably one of my a sleeper match in my opinion. This was a sleeper, and I thought it was great. My boy, Stone Cold Steve Austin, or should I say Stunning Steve Austin, the Ringmaster Steve Austin.
Steve Austin with hair.
Oh yeah, specifically
dude,
Steve Austin with hair.
Dude, it's such a mind fuck
when
you see
so
him
fucking
in this.
jarring, huh?
Dude, it's insane how different he was gimmick wise.
I think he looks fantastic.
Long
by the way.
hair, no beard. I'm looking at this dude like, who are you again?
Right?
I want to say this though, he looked fantastic.
He did.
True, he did.
Looked like a fucking star here.
Like that is a professional wrestler. Like, if I've ever seen a pro wrestler, that is the perfect fucking way to describe him.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a couple notes on the match, obviously. This match, was for the WCW TV title, which I had no idea was even a thing yet. I thought it was a little bit later. I thought 93 would be the first appearance. I did not expect it back in 1991, but oh well. It's strange to see these two and them not be in their iconic WWF gimmicks.
It's weird.
Yeah.
However, this is a great match. Two of the company's best wrestlers, both in their rookie years in WCW, tearing the house down for a TV title in a physical, psychological, and bloody battle.
Yeah,
it is so fucking
great.
good.
I will say the only complaint I really had with this was the way they bladed, or the reason they had to blade. Because
I agree. I think that kind of kills a little bit of
that was it though. Otherwise, this match was damn near perfect.
Honestly. This was a pitch perfect fucking main event match.
Yeah.
This could have been a main eventer
for the TV title.
For a mid card title.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or second to main.
This is really good match.
Good.
So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Already, like within minutes of the match starting, these two have a head full of steam, and they're going at it.
Yep.
And I went, oh god, this is going to be great. Because if Austin's going with a head full of steam at the start of your match, something right's happening.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this leads into what I will call chain wrestling to show off how fucking smooth these two are. Austin ducks Dustin's crossbody, and Dustin gets launched to the outside after bouncing.
That was
off the canvas.
Man, that looked like it sucked.
Oh, it was so good, dude.
That was so good, but it looked like it sucked for Dustin. Holy shit. He bounced. Like, he bounced twice. So, the first time he bounces in the ring, and the second time when he crashes to the outside, bounces yet again on the thinly padded mat.
It looked great. Like,
yeah.
It looked fucking stellar.
Yeah.
I have to give Dustin Rhodes a lot of props for this night, because he did a fantastic job.
Yeah, he made Austin look like a star here.
He made Austin look great. And I think that's what the whole point of Dustin being in the company was.
Yeah.
Was there's no way with his charisma that he was going to get over the way that he wanted to. So how do you get him? How do you have him get over in such a way where he's still able to succeed and work?
Yeah.
And he did it perfectly. He did it exactly the way I expected him to do it. And I'm so glad I got to see this match, because
God,
this was totally fucking. This match was fucking totally worth it. 3 matches back to back, by the way, that are really goddamn good.
Yes, very good.
After a somewhat sucky but comedically terrible opener and a fucking nothing.
Yeah, and not even just a nothing, a terrible nothing.
A terrible nothing that has nothing going on. So Austin busts.
Nothing.
So Austin busts Dustin open with some stiff shots onto the outside, and obviously Dustin bleeds, but it looks great. Austin applies a headlocking using the ropes for leverage by placing both of his legs onto the ropes until the referee sees it or notices it and breaks up the hold. Dustin throws an excellent right hook into Austin's fucking face. I thought it looked great. I thought he almost killed him. Personally.
It's like a fucking haymaker you would have seen Roy Jones Jr. fucking hit. Brutal. Fucking brutal.
Which will, let's see, where am I? Here we go. After that, which leads into which leads to Lady Blossom holding Dustin in place so Austin can do a big whoopsie in a huge, like, fucking sit down onto Dustin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking great. Austin hits his head off the canvas. Looks like that he gets busted open because of that, but obviously he blades. Beautiful, by the way, beautiful power slam by fucking Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, dude, he's got one of the best in the business.
Dude, that power slam, like, made me go, oh my god, he's so fucking talented.
Yeah.
Oh, I marked out. I'm like, oh my god, Dustin, that was fucking sick. Gets the 2 count and yells fuck.
Yeah, because the time limit expires too.
No, he does the power slam, gets the pin, Austin kicks out, and you can easily see him just
you know what was... Here's what was supposed to happen. They were supposed to go to the time limit draw, and then he was supposed to...
James, we're not at the end of the match.
Oh, okay. Go.
We're not at the end. Dustin hits him with the power slam, goes for the pin, Austin kicks out at 2. You visibly notice him sit up and go, or look towards the crowd, like the soft cam side.
And then he goes...
Of the crowd.
Yeah, the hard
and you just see him go, fuck. And then Dustin hits Austin with this fucking incredible top rope clothesline. And Dustin goes for the pin, but the time expires. Austin kind of kicks out, but I'd rather see a finisher go under than see the match get super fucked up because Austin didn't kick out.
Yeah, and that's another thing. It's like, it's a power slam, you know. Even back then, I get it was his finish.
It was the clothesline. That was his finisher.
Oh, was it? Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it was the clothesline.
He kicked out.
The power slam gives you the fuck. The power slam gives you the fuck. The clothesline gives you the double depression because they're like, oh man,
dude, if they would have just timed it just a little better, they would have gotten it.
It was off by a nanosecond. There was no way. It was off by like a fucking nanosecond. There was no way
that was so. I felt so bad by that point because they killed themselves for that match.
So Austin retains, but it's a draw. I think this could have led into a nice rounded feud between the two. Yes. This match should have led into a feud, but it didn't. And it lasted 15 minutes and 3 seconds.
Good match.
Because they went 3 seconds over the clock. So
there you go.
Next, welcome to Oz, welcome to Oz, welcome to Oz, welcome to Oz, welcome to I busted my fucking tibia again. Whoops, I ripped my quad, Kevin Nash.
Oz versus Bill Kazmaier. I wrote, oh God. Oh God.
This was probably my hardest match to get through.
Oh God, man.
I'm gonna be honest because it's two big hosses that are just nothing against Kevin. I make a lot of jokes about him, but I know he's a good sport at the end of the day, and he's just looking at it like there's just a bunch of fucking wrestling fans that are morons to begin with.
Yeah,
but right. This is a match type that he is not going to be good in because he needs a little guy. Kevin's better when he has somebody smaller that he can work with, that he can kind of whip around and show his hoss nature. And Bill, it's so fucking tough because he does some really good spots, but you can tell he's greener than goose shit.
Oh my God, it's so bad. I wrote, this is what I wrote, carrying the world on his shoulders, funny but in a cringy way. Kazmaier looks, for being a strong man, looks like a bigger geek than Oz, and that's faint praise for Oz.
Now, I'll say this, if his nickname was like Apollo, and he came out like at the start of the thing with the fucking world on his back, that would have been kind of cool. I would have
Atlas.
Oh yeah, Atlas. Atlas holding the world on his back. It would have looked great.
Dude, you could have named him whatever the fuck you wanted to name him, but him carrying the damn globe on his shoulder.
He's got
the shoulder so fucking cartoonish, dude. And by the way, the power lifter, the strongest man in the world, was struggling to hold this.
Yeah, he nearly dropped it, like,
twice. He almost nearly dropped the fucking thing. He was huffing and puffing, and by the time he got to the ring, he was already fucking bloated before he worked his first match with Nash. Fuck.
He was beaten by Soardo.
Dude, he was beaten by the fucking globe, apparently.
I will say this. I was actually kind of shocked of how, like, agile our boy Bill was.
Yeah, he was agile, but he didn't mean
really fucking agile. Like, I was actually kind of shocked when he does the... So anyway, let me go through my notes. This match was a tough one to get through. Was a whole lot of nothing, and Kazmaier looks greener than Oz shit.
Yeah.
Notable spots for me. Kazmaier almost fucking necks himself by over-rotating during a back suplex, which is like, how do you do that? However, he does do a skin the cat, which is impressive for those that have no idea what that is.
That's what I wrote.
He does a skin the cat, which, if people don't know, he holds onto the ropes and pulls himself back in by literally lifting his body weight and flipping himself back over from like a top rope position. It's very impressive.
AKA the Shawn Michaels spot.
Yes, it's the Shawn Michaels spot. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to talk about. It's a lot of nothing.
Yeah, I wrote what I wrote for the match.
5 foot nothing, 6'3" nothing. It's a lot of fucking nothing. And my last thing that I did right is that he wins via a fucking torture rack that nothing happens.
Dude,
Nash doesn't fucking tap out.
Shittiest torture rack I've ever seen in my life, dude. Lex
Luger
and
by the way, later on,
he must have been so
Lex Luger is fucking. He has such a better torture rack because Lex actually wrenches to make it look like there's more impact going on.
Yeah.
Where when you look at this, it looks like he's just holding him in place. I would have preferred if what we see is that he's slowly bending him. Like each time the bend happens, it's more and more. But this is a 3 minute 25.
Like a weight when you're pulling on or trying to push up on a weight. Yeah. Would have made
this
more
was
sense.
This is like a 3 minute fucking 28 minute nothing.
Yeah,
this match was shorter than the PN News tag team match,
which blows my mind.
I would have rather this go that time limit. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, I would have
given them the time limit of PN News's match and put it with this one because this would have at least been entertaining to see how a blown up Kazmaier would have done against a blown up Oz.
Fun fact, by the way, Kazmaier teams up with Van Vader, and I'm like, how do you fucking do that to Vader?
Yeah, dude, come on.
How do you do that to Van Vader? Like, really?
Dude, it's better when New Japan years later paired him up with Albert, and he turned out to be a better tag partner.
Were you ready for match 7? Because I'm not.
No.
Oh God.
I'm not. I'm not ready for this match because this match actually fucking.
One more thing I wrote about the Kazmaier match. I wrote this match was bowling shoe ugly. Fuck me sideways. At least Bill could skin the cat. And that's it for that.
I will say this: there are a couple strikes that they throw that I went like react.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, react.
Do something. Flinch.
Act like
anything.
Act like it fucking hurts.
Sell.
Like, holy fucking shit. They didn't. And this leads into match 7 of the night, which I will say, how the fuck did Van Hammer last till 2000?
I was bullshit.
I don't get how that was possible because his gimmick is literally just Van Halen, which is ironic as fuck as we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Because Eddie Van Halen dies today, and we're doing the podcast, which is October
6th.
Yeah, October 6th. So I don't know. Maybe there is a irony, right?
Mm.
So anyway, here's my note. What a terrifying match to watch. I don't mean in that in a positive way whatsoever.
Not in like a way that it was boring, like fearing for somebody's safety and life.
Let me finish. Van Hammer is an irresponsible fuckhead who almost gets his opponent crippled several times in this match, doing moves he has no right to do.
Yeah. I wrote
notable spots. Clothesline botch from Summers at the start.
Yeah, and by the way, that was not Summers' fault. Van Hammer didn't know how to fucking sell or take a goddamn clothesline bump. The first thing you fucking learn. But dude, Mike and I used to do backyard wrestling. You don't even need to go.
That's how I have these scars on my forehead and on my back.
To wrestling school for this. This is the shit you learn in the backyard! And he can't fucking take a clothesline bump.
Can you tell
oh my god, was this so fucking... Dude, I was so infuriated watching this.
I don't blame you. I was very upset as well because I'm like, this is fucking terrible. Van Hammer throws Summers, who trips himself into the corner. I thought he was going to neck himself twice.
I genuinely thought he was going to blow. I thought Doug Summers was going to blow out his back because he was tossing him For those, just to put this in nowadays terms, everybody's seen the fucking clip with Nia Jax and Kairi Sane where she just launches her into the steps. This was that to the turnbuckle. And by the way, WCW doesn't have the pads WWE does, which are basically just big pillows, so it cushions your fucking blow. These were legitimate shit turnbuckle pads.
Uh-huh.
I'm shocked Doug Summers didn't blow out his back here.
Dude, I'm shocked he didn't wring his neck.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about wringing necks? Let's go to the last spot of the fucking night for this goddamn match. Van Hammer does a slingshot suplex. That needs to be put in hyphens and quotations for one specific factor.
Yeah.
Because he almost fucking kills him.
I wrote
He almost fucking breaks his neck.
I wrote Van Hammer. Oh my God! You nearly killed Doug Summers because of your for real. By the way, I wrote because of your incompetence. Dude almost dropped Doug Summers on his head with a slingshot suplex. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anybody give Bill Goldberg shit ever again after watching this.
Oh yeah, because Bill fucked up. Bill fucked up a finisher. This was a normal move that any wrestler can do.
And Bill had a concussion. Bill had an excuse here. There.
Yeah, Van Hammer just is fucking terrible and should have been fired. That night.
Fuck.
It's one of their biggest shows of the year, and he fucks up a simple move.
1991! He was employed till 2000! And he almost... God knows how many other people that he almost killed. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
And by the way, really quick, so Van Hammer wins off of this move, by the way.
Oh my
which
God.
I would have given him credit for if it was a slingshot. We see Summers stop in the air, and then he does a brain buster. I would have been like, fucking greatest move ever done.
But I don't trust him to do that move correctly after seeing
that.
No,
because in a minute 13, he almost kills an athlete.
He would have dropped Summers on the top of his fucking head like dome piece.
If Summers
he would have killed
stick out his legs to hit the ropes, he most possibly would have died.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he would have fucking killed him over this, over a wrestling match that's less than like a minute fucking long.
Dude,
this match should not have existed, even with a time like a minute and 13 seconds. This match.
This should have been given. The minute 13 should have been given to the next match, which was, again, the fourth fucking best match of the night.
Yeah.
Do you notice the pattern here, by the way, that there is 2 matches, then 3 really good matches, then 2 matches that are terrible into another match that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I got to watch this. I was so fucking stoked as soon as I saw my boy, my main man, fucking Flying Brian goddamn Pillman show up. I went, it's done. It's the
not only that, him versus Ricky Morton, and a heel Ricky Morton, Richard Morton. This was interesting and different, and I actually liked it. This was great.
And they did a great job.
Yeah.
They did a fantastic back and forth. So this is another classic WCW match, and what I mean by that is, this is how I wrote it. This is another classic WCW match because this shows that the Cruiserweight division, that the Cruiserweight division athletes, the guys that are fantastic, have incredible ring generalship, are going to put on the best show of the night. And this was a contender for me of best fucking match of the night.
Oh, man. It was really, really close. And it's a shame the light heavyweight title didn't see much of the light of day. But, man, was this match worth it, dude.
Because it's where the big... WCW, where the big boys play.
Yeah, less than a year.
So, what I have is the timing, the psychology are just top-notch. As in the wrestling, 25 years later, this match remains one of Brian Pillman's best fucking matches.
Yes.
Also, before I forget, fuck the referee cam because it ruined this match a little bit.
Right.
Oh my God.
It appears in this one again.
Dude, this would have been the match of the night if it wasn't for that goddamn camera.
Uh-huh.
At least we got to see the referee's arm in full close-up view.
I can't...
Not even his arm hairs. Everybody says his arm. It was his arm hairs.
So anyway, honestly, putting any spot down feels like an injustice to this match. However, and this is what I did write as at least two notable ones that are probably like the two really big highlights of the match. Just go watch it. Honestly, that's how fucking good it is. And I know that with other matches, we've already said that we've talked about other things, but this match is so fucking good that you should just watch it.
Watch it for
just
yourself.
Watch the whole thing. If you have to skip the whole pay-per-view, this is the match to watch.
Richard Morton, Flying Brian, 1991 Halloween Havoc. Great match.
Oh, it's great. First off, Morton constantly has this incredible time doing a cutting of the faith spot throughout the entire match. He's constantly stopping Pillman's offense as much as he can.
Yeah.
And it looks great. He's not allowing him to get a head full of steam. He's just keeping him at a level, and I like that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have Brian Pillman hits an incredible-looking fucking crossbody. His flying crossbody in this looks great. The referee cam... The shot from the referee cam looks good, too.
Yeah.
From the referee's perspective, that's where I would have cut it, because it looks good. I would have only used the referee cam for, like, spots that make the most sense to highlight from the referee's perspective to see how it looks from his point of view, not during the course of a match. 12 minutes, 44 seconds, Brian Pillman wins off the crossbody. Fucking great. Yeah. I recommend this match to the highest extent. And as I said before...
I have a request. Please take out all the fucking referee cam spots. I beg.
If you can. Because we don't know if they, you know...
No, trust me. They have the footage. They have all the raw footage from WCW. They have this.
Was this the last time they would ever use the referee cams?
Probably.
This is the only time that I know of that they use the referee cam. And then this leads into Tom Zink versus the Phantom. The Z-Man versus the Phantom. So the Phantom comes to the ring.
Hold on, wait. I had a couple things I think I wrote for this, by the way, for the Richard Morton.
Oh shoot, I would love to hear your perspective because I have some.
This is what I wrote. It's relatively short. I wrote because you covered the match pretty well in detail. You guys should just watch this for yourself. But I wrote, holy crap, does Ricky Morton not age? Brian Pillman absolutely did. By the way, is Richard Morton a heel? Question mark. And we discovered yes, he was, and he was damn fucking good at it. I couldn't believe it. One of the greatest baby faces of all time knew how to be a fucking great heel.
Because Brian Pillman is such a naturally good face to be.
Yeah, and so he naturally, I guess, knows how to be a good heel too. I also wrote, yeah, the WCW light heavyweight title was an absolute bust, but hey, love the match between Ricky Morton and Brian Pillman. Good stuff from these guys. I'm glad Pillman won as well. He was definitely the right choice to go over in this.
Oh, true.
100%. And then I wrote, you talk about the guy, the fucking Z-Man. Ugh, these fucking names I wrote. Jesus
so I'll say this:
Christ.
It's 1991. We're still dealing with the Rooster in WWF, so I'm not even going to complain. So anyway, the Phantom. I have a joke that's an underlined joke, and James, if you don't mind, as well as you, Nikos, here's how my joke's going to work. So, the Phantom comes out to the ring to a very good song, honestly. It's Bach's Toccata and Fuego in D minor. Very good song. Doing his best to hide his face. He does not do a good job. Zank, who had just had a TV title match on at a COTC X, I think it's XIV.
I think it's 14.
14.
14.
Yeah, COTC 14. Is now the jobber for this masked Phantom, who's supposed to... We're supposed to wonder who's under the mask.
Right.
But when the Phantom hits the Rude Awakening for the pin, and the fact that his fucking mustache is poking out, all mystery is gone. Notable spots. The Rude Awakening. The winner is the Phantom.
The Phantom.
At 1 minute and 27 fucking seconds.
Yep.
So just in case if you people at home are trying to figure out who the Phantom is, Rude Awakening.
Yeah. There you go.
That's all I have to say. I know the audio was blown out, but hey, worth it.
Yeah, no, that was worth it for that, for sure. Alright, as we were. Sorry, I was checking my audio real quick. But yeah, this was just...
I blew it out to shit.
Probably, yeah. I wrote... God, yeah, I just didn't enjoy it. Just fuck off. This is so stupid.
Match.
By the way...
Like 1 minute.
By the way, I also want to point this out. Didn't they literally, prior to this, not even that long ago, do the fucking spider gimmick for Ric Flair? Which was yet another man in a fucking
Scorpion.
mask. Who, by the way, his chin gave it away that it was just Ric Flair. Or in this case, or should it be, maybe it wasn't Ric Flair. I'm sorry, maybe it was Richard Fleer. Fuck.
It was David Fleer.
WCW.
He's very upset about Stacy Keibler.
Nice. Oh, man. Well, I'm surprised he wasn't upset about fucking... What's-his-face? Or what's-her-face? Fucking Missy Hyatt.
Anyway. So, let's get on to the next match. Probably, I would say, a mid-road match. Honestly, it's... If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I feel really bad for fucking Larry Zbyszko and Arn Anderson. I feel like that they could have been... I think that they should have fought the Steiners. I think that would have been the best match of the fucking night if you had to face the Steiners.
Yes.
Agreed.
So anyway, this is the Enforcers. You know, Arn Anderson, Larry Zbyszko, two of the greatest fucking horsemen of all time.
Yep.
Versus the Patriots.
Well, in this case, two of the greatest... What? Was he a part of the Four Horsemen?
Larry Zbyszko? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Larry Zbyszko was a Four Horseman, wasn't he?
I don't think so. I think he was in the Dangerous Alliance, though, for sure.
He wasn't. Oh, yes, he was definitely in the Dangerous Alliance. I always get that confused because one has a certain backstory, the other one has another backstory.
I wrote. This is what I wrote for this match. I wrote tag team match was all right, nothing special, honestly, lots of meh, but at least the Enforcers are cool.
So let's go over the backstory here. This is a WCW World Tag Team Championship Champions versus Champions match, which I had no idea was going to be a thing, but hey, what are you going to do? The Enforcers had just won the World Tag Team titles at COTC XVI, which I think is 16.
Yep.
After defeating Rick Steiner and fucking Billy. I'm just going to call him fucking Billy. In the finals of an eight tag tournament. He fought Oz.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Billy. Okay.
You.
Was his t-shirt too tight?
Fuck you, Billy, and the goddamn world you carried on your back.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
So anyway, while the Patriots, WCW's male wrestlers, were lucky to be in the same ring with Anderson and Zbyszko. After some average tag team action, Arn hits the spine buster and wins in 9 minutes and 51 seconds.
And by the way, best looking move of the whole match.
Uh-huh. It's a lot of nothing. It's a big fucking whoopsie nothing. Look who's calling me. Nothing.
Yeah, I will say though, I prefer this
5-10-nothing.
I will say though, and I wrote this down, I prefer to see this nothing tag match than ever to hear Larry Zbyszko on Nitro commentary.
Agreed. But as I say, Zbyszko totally got fucked over here because he had to face a goddamn garbage team. That's what they are. If somebody's going to deny me that, it's like you're out of your mind. They
were terrible. They were terrible. One guy was alright, but yeah, no, the team itself didn't work.
No, it was fucking bad. There was nothing going on.
We then go to the back, and I wrote, God damn it, Eric. Ditch your fucking Alucard cosplay and go away. Holy shit, this looks tragic. I wrote word for word here. Oh, I was so sick of Eric Bischoff and his stupid costume on the show. I can't even begin to tell you. So unesthetically pleasing. Fuck,
hey,
he
James.
looks shitty. Yeah?
I agree. I agree, good sir.
Fuck me. You just looked like an absolute
fucking he looked like
dude.
He looked like somebody shit out the best part of him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like he looks fucking terrible. It is a dollar store brand costume at an event that looks like it was made into a play.
Yeah.
And yeah, I honestly didn't care for it whatsoever.
Dude,
I think that
so
the
bad.
Anderson I think that this backstage segment was bad.
Yeah.
It led to just Paulie Dangerously.
Paulie Dangerously came out. He cut a good promo, and Rick Rude cut a good promo. I said, that shit, holy shit, Medusa, looking jacked. She could definitely kick my ass, and I wouldn't be able to do a goddamn thing to stop it. God
now, I will
damn,
say this.
Huge here.
I will say this. Holy shit, did he have a faction on his hands?
Oh, yeah. 100%. Absolutely.
Let's go. Can we do a quick rundown, if you don't mind?
Yeah, go for it.
We're talking about the Enforcers. He had the fucking Enforcers on his team, which is... What a great choice, by the way.
Yeah, the Enforcers, Rick Rude, beautiful Bob Eaton, I believe, and then stunning Steve Austin.
Like,
great.
That's the best team you're ever going to get when it comes to just in-ring mat technician work.
Mm-hmm.
And it blows my mind that WWE has never used any of these boys in their proper
I think they tried to do a new alliance or something, but, you know.
Like, you had Austin, fucking Rude, and Eaton a part of the same fucking team with Zbyszko and Anderson. And you're telling me that you couldn't do anything with this faction. It blows my mind.
Dude, WCW.
So, the first African-American World Heavyweight Champion.
Hold on, Nikos, what were you saying?
And you had Paul Heyman being in charge of that fucking faction.
Mm.
Oh yeah, and Paul's like a fucking genius when it comes to how wrestling works.
And they did nothing with it. No wonder he started ECW. I don't blame him.
Yeah,
and
because WCW did shit with them.
Go for it.
Shoot.
I do have another question. Who was taken out of the team in the beginning of the match of the Chamber of Horrors? Who got his arm crushed in the door by...
that would have been... Oh, that's a good question. Now I'm forgetting because the show's been so fucking all over the place. I believe that was Barry Windham.
Barry Windham. Yeah, it was Barry Windham.
Who was his replacement? Because it wasn't revealed to anyone who.
It was. They say it was Cactus, but it wasn't because he was on the heel team. It was. They said at this point, Schiavone and JR checked out too.
I'm gonna tell you exactly who it was. It was El Gigante.
Yeah, it was It was fucking Giant Gonzalez who replaced him.
Not trying to make a point, just letting people know if anyone was still confused of who his replacement was going to be.
Oh no, this show was absolutely shit. Just because we had great matches on the show does not mean this show was not a fucking tragedy. Absolute tragedy.
Just because there's like 5 really good matches if you break it down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of them. This upcoming match is probably my favorite match of the night.
Oh
yeah.
Because of who's involved, how it was done, I thought this match was great in the story leading into it.
True.
So we have the All-American Ron Simmons with Dusty Rhodes versus my main fucking man of WCW, the total package Lex Luger, who is the champion with Harley Race and Mr. Hughes. Yeah, let's go Jobber City. Let's grab the fucking biggest jobber we can find and stick him on this fucking team. Oh my god,
this match was really good though. Although I will tell you why it's not my best of the night. because there was one thing that just ruined it for me.
And it's because of something that happens previously on the show, and I completely agree.
Yeah. So this is what I wrote. This is what I wrote.
Does not kill my happy boner.
Yeah, I wrote. Love the use of Harley Race and Dusty Rhodes as coaches in this 2 out of 3 falls match. Good stuff. And I was enjoying the match up to this point. And then they did the second fall. And the second fall was...
Well, hold on.
Let me...
I have it written down. Don't worry.
Go ahead.
That's why I exist for this specific part of the podcast.
Quick.
So just give me a second, because I gotta give a little bit of backstory, okay? Just give me a little bit of backstory. The story of this match starts off as a matchup of 2 of WCW's greatest athletes, but devolves into a pretty racial mess at a contract signing at COTC 16.
Right.
The first fall starts with Luger in complete control until Simmons hits a few big moves. Simmons hits a beautiful fucking power slam onto Luger.
Which, by the way, Lex Luger actually returns a really awesome one in kind.
Yep. And a fucking massive spine buster for the first fall at 4 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's a 1-0 advantage specifically for Simmons. The second fall is much more of a psychological wrestling match, revolving around Luger overcoming his injured back. Luger takes the second fall by DQ at 16:26 after he falls over the top rope.
This pissed me off.
Lunging at Simmons while Race holds Simmons down.
Now hold it there while
evening the match. Hold on, evening the match to 1-1.
Yeah. Let me have a go here. So I was enjoying the match, as I said, right up until this moment, and I wrote, "Thank God," in all caps, "the over-the-top rope DQ rule is banned. Holy shit. This completely took me out of the match. Still a better closer than the fucking opener we got, but still."
Agreed.
This was just... I was so loving this match. I was genuinely liking a Lex Luger match, and then they fucking ruin it with this stupid fucking rule. Which, by the way, throughout the whole night, they did this fucking 3 times throughout the fucking night, and they didn't call for the DQ once.
Now, that's true, and I made the excuse mentally that it's a title match, so they want to bring in all the rules to make sure there's no bullshit. But then it's like, then you got to do it for every other championship match, and one of the championship matches literally has that exact same thing. So that's even on my own end. I'm like, I don't know where they were going with this. Where did I leave off? Okay, Luger enters the final fall, bleeding from the eye. It's back and forth for the final fall, with Simmons getting the best of Luger more often than not. The crowd is hot for this fucking match.
Yeah.
Which turns on the outside when Luger ducks Simmons's football tackle into the ring post.
Oh, he brutalized him. He did not even protect himself. Head first into it.
Oh, he fucking takes it. Luger takes advantage, throws him back into the ring, and hits a relatively sloppy, but I thought it looked good from my personal perspective. But hey, I wrote it at like fucking 2 a.m., so I probably just had a mixed feeling at the time.
Yeah.
Hits the attitude adjustment. Pile driver.
Which is, basically just a Texas pile driver. Stunt pile driver.
Yes, and it's a jumping style pile driver. I thought it looked relatively good from my perspective when I rewatched the match, because I wanted to make sure I hit all the spots that needed to be hit again, just to make sure.
Right.
And gets the final fall, 2-1, and retains the world title, which is crazy to me that Luger in WCW is world champion.
Yeah.
Which means that in WCW he has more history than him ever being in WWF.
Yeah, no, WWF absolutely fucked him. No question about it. They fucked him.
They fucked him. They took him outside and they fucked him.
Without any lube.
Oh, yeah. Straight up raw hiding it.
Yeah. I wrote, this show was a largely enjoyable because of the roasting I can do with it. And also, there was good stuff on here. Only thing I really hated was the Van Hammer match. How the fuck was he still employed right before WCW went out of business? What an incompetent fuck.
Agreed.
That's what I
wrote. What I wrote is, just watch the match, honestly, this match specifically. It's extremely fucking good. There are, however, a couple screw-ups, but all in all, an excellent match between these two competitors. I think it's one of Lex's best matches that you're ever going to see, because he really tries his ass off to be a good wrestler.
It also helps with the fact that he's in there with Ron fucking Simmons.
Who's putting him over in like an extremely like massive way. And I gotta give the gentleman credit. Also, we hear, and this is Nikos' editation.
We hear
some of Lex Luger's classic grunts.
Oh,
Nikos, go right ahead.
There's a clubbing blow. Suplex. Takes a punch. And a pile driver. And I just insert Wilhelm scream.
You forget you forget one grunt. When Simmons hits or is about to go for a powerbomb, he goes, "Whoa!"
Yeah, he does.
He goes, "Whoa!"
And it was fucking great. I love it. I love Luger. I love how crazy Luger is.
Even when he has a good match, the man is still a meme.
The greatest fucking oversell ever.
Whoa! Fucking great.
I love. So hold on, good sir. I have some. The winner of tonight's match at 22 minutes, Lex fucking Luger. My final thoughts. This card, like WCW at the time, is a really fucking mixed bag.
Yeah.
In between the garbage, there is some high quality wrestling to be found.
Yep.
But that does require sitting through the rough stuff. The highlights of the night are clearly the top 10 match, the TV title match, the light heavyweight match, and the main event.
Yeah.
4 out of 11 is not good. While the event may have been decent for the time, when the wrestling industry as a whole was collapsing, it fucking was. It's aged terribly.
Oh, boy.
I love this show and also hate it at the same time.
Yes.
I am personally giving this show 2 out of 5 stars.
I give this show probably 2 1/4.
I wouldn't even go the quarter. I only went that half because
I went the quarter just because I feel bad for the workers involved in this fucking travesty. Tony Schiavone included, by the way. And JR.
Like you could tell that JR and Schiavone were just tired of this fucking
Dude, the minute they tried to bring up the referee cam, they just like, referee, whatever the fuck we call it. They were done. Yep. They checked out. Dude, one thing I didn't write in here, and then Nikos, you could give your thoughts. The thing I noticed after this fucking pay-per-view is, God, Tony Schiavone's so much happier in AEW.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit. Like, you look at him, dude, the dude barely looked like he even wanted to come to work. And I don't fucking blame him. Because, like, God, did he have to eat a lot of fucking shit and have to get over so fucking much while having some lunatic scream in his fucking ear all day. And I'm not talking about Vince, probably Jim Herd, other people in his fucking ear.
Wasn't Dustin
or dealing with Vince Russo's angles, fucking Jim Herd's dumb shit. My God, has Tony Schiavone been through a shit ton in his career.
You know what I couldn't find, by the way? Who booked this event? nowhere. I
mean, it's obvious. Jim Herd. This was a Jim Herd production all over it right here. Jim Herd would be the only one stupid enough to bring in, on pay-per-view, mind you, PN News and Big Josh together.
Which completely fucking killed whatever push he was planning.
At least I got to see Rufus and T-Hawk team up on my television screen.
Yeah, right? Nikos, good sir.
Your thoughts?
Honest to God, I would give this match a 1.5 stars. Like, I would give it the 2-star, but I don't know. I feel
you mean the show or the match?
The whole damn pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. I just give it a 1.5 stars. I mean,
no, that's fair.
Referee cams, the damn Chamber of Horrors. It's just so god awful, and it's just so distracting based from the real wrestling that we actually get.
Yeah.
But then again, there are a couple spots where it looked awful to watch through. And I just feel bad for the commentators who have to reiterate what they witness and what they are told to say.
Yeah.
Especially for Shivani, like, holy shit. This was just...
Bro. I don't even just feel bad for the commentator. I feel bad for the fucking great workers. I feel bad for some of the shit workers besides Van Hammer. I feel bad. I feel bad for the cameramen. I feel bad for the production team. I feel bad for the audience. I feel bad for the woman that wrote PN's fucking rap. I feel bad for everybody involved in this fucking shit show.
PN News gave me the blues, dude.
Dude, I feel bad for the children having to witness Abdullah the Butcher getting fried.
Dude, even if they did, they probably didn't know how an electric chair worked, and this is the first time they see what was supposed to be a public execution. They probably thought he was a fucking zombie coming to life.
It'll be the first time Abdul the Butcher looked like a fucking zombie.
Probably ate the zombie. Anyway.
All in all, honestly, don't watch this pay-per-view.
Yeah, just
watch the matches from this pay-per-view.
Yeah, watch the good matches we recommended. And the only match I highly recommend is the Chamber of Horrors for how god-awful it is. And to just see Abdul's get crispy. That's it.
Crispy Abdul. Abdul the Crispy.
Spend like 5 to 10 minutes making memes out of him.
Yeah. GIF him, do whatever.
I will say this as my closing notes. What I would have done instead.
Yeah.
I would have scrapped about 2/3 of this show. I'm gonna be honest. I would have scrapped about 2/3 of this entire show. I would have gotten rid of the Oz match, Van Hammer. I would have gotten rid of all the fucking less than a minute matches, and I would have 100% made the main event of the night the Chamber of Horrors.
True. Yeah.
But here's how Mike would have booked it.
Go. Be quick.
If you don't mind. If you don't mind me giving my piece.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Give me a time limit. Give me a time limit, Nikos, and I'll attempt to do it in that time limit.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Yeah, go.
That's all I need. So instead of what we originally got, I would have kept the cage. I would have kept the cage for the last 3 matches to give it a little bit more of a flair. So that way, during 2 of the big main event matches between fucking Simmons and Luger, and 100% would have done it for Pillman and fucking Ricky Morton, because it would have been great if they were in a cage. That would have been fantastic, especially with no escape. There wouldn't have been any fucking interference from the managers, because I would have kept them on the outside of the cage, which would allow Luger and fucking Simmons to do way more. But here's what I would have done for the Chamber of Horrors. First off, cut the teams. Vader should have honestly come out right after Luger's match to say, Luger, I'm coming for you next. You and I are going to be facing for that title.
Yeah.
And that would have been a nice build because that instantly gives, more credibility to the title because he's Van Vader. He's fantastic in the ring anyway.
That's fair.
And it would have given Luger a new challenge. Would have given him something extra and a different fighting style to cement him as a champion.
That would
for
have
at least a
sold
little
too.
while.
I guarantee you that would have sold.
That would have sold like fucking hotcakes if they built that up for a month or 3 or 4 months if they did it right.
Package versus Big Van Vader, yeah, 100%.
I would have completely gotten rid of the Patriots.
Yeah.
I would have had the Patriots face off against what I nicknamed the Smoking Guns Originals.
Yeah, right.
Because that's what they are, the Smoking Guns.
The Young Pistols, they were.
Yeah. Having them fight the Patriots, so that way it makes a little bit more sense. And having Arn and Zbytko go after the Steiners. So the main event match would have been, minus El Gigante, by the way, Sting, Vader. Let's see. Just so that way I make sure that I have my list correct here. Okay. It would have been Sting and Cactus going up against Abdullah the Butcher and Scott Steiner. I'm sorry, Scott Hall. That's good enough.
That's fair.
That's perfect.
Although honestly. I don't know if Cactus was a heel. Wasn't he on the team with Abdullah? I don't know.
He was on the team with Abdullah. I would have honestly put him on the face team and have Scott fucking do his heel stuff because he's great as a heel. He's better as a heel than he is as a face.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would have scrapped almost the whole fucking match. I would have made it a tag team match. And then, obviously, the cage was going to come down. And that is where the Phantom appears.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And it would have been...
Have him
he
do
comes
the
out,
fucking neck breaker.
And he would have come down and did his thing. And you have Sting going after Hall and having a one-on-one. And then the cage comes down. Sting pulls off a tarp. The Phantom comes out. Hits Sting with the fucking Rude Awakening. Scott tries to throw him into the thing. Oh, honestly, I would have completely scrapped the fucking electric chair, but we need a spot anyway. Because I want Abdullah to get electrocuted. I hate to say that, but I want him to at least have that moment because it looks great. And have Cactus attempt to go pull the lever because he sees that Sting's thrown fucking Scott into it. And Abdullah was able to fight out and stop it. And then you see Rude and Sting push Abdullah into the thing and close the cage. Because we don't know what side he's going to be picking at this point. I actually would have saved the Rude Awakening till a little bit later. He pulls the thing. Abdullah gets out. It leads to a feud between Cactus and Abdullah, which would have been great. If it's a hardcore match, it would be fucking fantastic. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It would be great because that's exactly what they need to be in. Scott's standing in the middle of the ring, not knowing what the fuck's going on, because the cage eventually raises back up with both Cactus and Abdullah going up.
Yeah.
Just to save time. And all of a sudden, you see Scott kind of look behind Sting. Sting turns around and gets Rude Awakened. The mask comes off. And it's fucking our boy, Rick Rude, leading into a U.S. title match later on down the line between Rude and fucking Sting, which would have been fantastic. And you have Hall there, who could be the in-between guy, taking out both gentlemen to give him his push later on in WCW, so he could hopefully not have to go.
Right.
Well, actually hoping that he would eventually leave and go into WWF to become Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. I really would have scrapped a lot of the matches on here because there's just a bunch of shit that doesn't need to be in there, such as like fucking there's 3 jobber fucking matches.
Yeah.
On pay-per-view, but there's 3 jobber matches.
They were on here at all to begin with, especially the
there's
Van Hammer one in hindsight.
Yeah. And then obviously later on, you have Rude take out both gentlemen in the ring with a Rude Awakening on each. Have Paulie come down, shoot his promo while both gentlemen are out on the ground, and that's how you would have closed the show and been done with it. The heels go over, and it looks good.
Yeah,
That's what I would have. I think differently.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the heels have to win some of the time. Not all the time, but some of the time.
I hate to rush everything, but I do have to go in a few minutes, so we should probably wrap it up because I do have to help my dad.
That's cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of this wrestling review. If you want to, go seek out Halloween Havoc 1991.
Yeah.
It's an experience, nevertheless. A lot of ups, well, a couple ups, a lot of downs.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, it could be worse.
Yep.
Not the worst pay-per-view, but it could be worse.
Where can they check you out on social media as well?
They can find me on Twitter at HellsWarrior25. I honestly really don't post too much on there because I just don't have the time to do it.
That's fair.
Or what they could do is just watch WYW, WaymouthYouthWrestling.youtube.com. And you'll be able to...
YouTube.com/user/WYW Pride.
Yes, sorry. YouTube.com/user. Wait, you just fucking type in Weymouth Youth Wrestling, and we'll probably be like the first channel that's on there in the search bar.
Nikos, what about you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at LionheartNikos. I barely post anything on Twitter, but once occasionally I'll probably post something related to WYW content or anything on For the Win Productions, which is James's channel right here. Mike could also make a frequent appearances on podcasts such as Indie Force and Open Mic Night. You can catch us out there.
So there you go. And you guys can check us all out on the Indie Force, as well as for probably the foreseeable future, some variation of this combo on the Wrestling Rundown, which is also back along with the Retro Wrestling Review series. And you can also check me out on the Indie Force along with the boys, where we cover everything else other than wrestling, along with wrestling. So go check that out. Give us a sub. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below to help the algorithm, or if you're watching this in the live chat, comment in the live chat. And yeah, until next time, we out here.
Don't forget to, do what James just said, and I don't know, Nikos, what do you want to review next?
Oh, jeez.
I got an idea.
Go.
Oh, boy.
But let's just keep that under wraps.
Oh, is it... I have a question for you, though.
Sure.
Can I say fuck on this episode, or is it going to be uncensored?
Oh, no. Oh, fuck, no. No.
We doing all the classics, you heard it, then I grabbed it. Flow like Method Man, then run like I'm Rabbit. Soon as I hear the bass line, it be my FaceTime. Music's in my veins, so just in case I'm without my iPod or a media player, I'll check my...